first Thursday night game with my partner Aled. Aled and I, of course, Aled's my cousin. We've been playing bridge together for about 15 years now. Um, Next week, Aled is having his second child, and considering the scheduled date is Tuesday, I'm unable to play with Aled on Thursday. So I don't know at this time, or sorry, on Tuesday. So I don't know at this time whether I'll be playing or streaming on Tuesday or Thursday next week. Either way, I'm going to try to, but we'll see. So with one game to go before Aled is a double dad, we better play well and we better win because I don't want Aled having a loss on his mind for too long before we get started. So, okay, it's time to look at the next hand. Aled is sending a lemon coconut macaroons recipe. Um, and that is not what he wanted to paste. So he clearly has things other than bridge on his mind. I'm going to say hi, and I'm going to say this is 10 to 15, 2 plus diamonds. Okay. Actually, 10 to 16. So, all right. So in this situation, partner is showing a hand with at least 4 hearts. And if I bid one spade here, that would show a different shape than I do. Bow, semi-bow, and this is 13 to 16. So over my 1-0 trump here, Aled has a variety of bids that will help unroll my hand a little bit more. He could very well pass, but I'm hoping he bids something more interesting. Well, 4 hearts is to play. Um, he knows, for what it's worth, that I don't have a singleton heart. With a singleton heart, I would not bid 1-0 trump. So he's confident that he can bid 4 hearts here, holding a 6-card suit. And he will have, I would say, at least 6 cards for this bid. And he has a very nice hand. Um, the good news is that the club lead is going to knock out the ace of clubs. And that means that the diamonds can be pitched, assuming we can deal with those soon enough. The good news is also that Elad had a doubleton club rather than a singleton, so we're not losing a ruff here. So with exactly one entry to dummy, Alad's worry is that if he takes a first round heart finesse, if he leads a heart up to the jack and Elad wins, and Elad shifts to a spade, then Alad won't have a trip back to the clubs to discard his diamonds. I suspect that Alad's going to play this hand by starting with the ace king of hearts. And then if hearts end up being 3-2, he'll give up a heart and then pitch his diamonds from hand on the clubs. If the finesse ends up succeeding, then it might end up costing him a match point or two. But here, Alad's misplay is to give up a heart rather than leave the queen outstanding. So this is one situation where, had he taken that finesse and Alad found the right defense, then assuming Alad started with 2 clubs, he could have put Alad in real trouble. This ensures the contract on a break like this. So I think he played it well. I don't know where the king of diamonds was. Depending on the location of the king of diamonds, there could have been a better defense available, leading diamonds. But if Alad has it, then no. So Alad, he can't know this, but does better to lead a diamond. A spade also does some work in getting rid of those entries. All right, so here with just 9 points, I'm going to pass. This is a very good 9-point hand. And if we were legally allowed to upgrade to our 10 to 12 no trump, then I would happily do it here. But I am not legally allowed to do so. Now here, I'm going to bid 2 clubs to balance for the majors. I don't want 1-0 trump to be sitting and playing when they've got a long running club suit or diamond suit here. There's a good chance we're in, two hearts or two spades down one, which is fine. Partner rates to have a hand about as good as mine. So definitely two spades is going to have play here. I would have preferred South to be on lead and the lead coming into my cards, but this should still be fine. Given the fact that my high cards consist of a couple of aces and a bunch of low cards, maybe it's actually better in this case for Alad to have the lead coming into his hand. So I don't know how much one no trump would have been down, but I think two spades here is a very good spot and has a very good chance. Alad's got 11 points. I've got 9. So we have half the deck. So certainly we want to be in two of a major here. I'm not convinced that one no trump is making. It would probably depend on the location of some club cards. But here, the first thing Alad's going to do is count points. So uh, he should know that South has 15 to 17, and thus North has 3 to 5. What are those cards? Unclear. Up at this point, there's no sense of where the high cards are, but Alad might, I don't know what he's going to do exactly. The way the heart actually came up to his hand could mean that he can, what's the word? Do some kind of roughing finesse, pinning the 9. But okay, so the Queen of Spades was in South's hand, and South is the favorite to hold basically every single card here. The question is, what does Alad do now? And he can reasonably choose to lead any 3 of these minor suits. He'll probably play on, I guess pulling trump makes sense too. They play odd even. That 9 of clubs is encouraging. South certainly has at least one of the top 2 clubs, maybe both of them. If Alad puts a club up and South ends up flying ace, then Alad will know what's up. But testing the diamonds sooner can give hints as well. So if North had shown up with the ace of diamonds, then South would be marked with both the ace and king of clubs, and Alad would know how to play that suit. So let's count points for South. We've seen both minor suit aces and the queen of spades. That's 10. 13 we're at now. So there's what? 3 more points outstanding. I'm not sure exactly where those 3 points are. They could be... Okay, so the club suit's all clear. Nobody's holding any more clubs. South started with 2 spades and 4 clubs, and then probably 4-3 in the red suits. Alad led the 6 of hearts in the first trick. These must be 3 board rounds, maybe. We'll see if Alad, yeah. Oh, so Alad had the king of hearts, meaning that, yeah, so he has the ace of hearts, the 10 of hearts, and then a cross ref. So he has the rest of the tricks, making 4. Very nice. Now, it's still not as good as beating one of trump by 2 tricks. So if we'd chosen to defend, it might not have gone so well. You can see that no trump will take what? They'll take maybe 5 tricks in the minors. I think that's about it. If I look at other tables, looks like South is making one no trump at this table, but I don't know how reasonable that is. Yeah, it looks like it's down 2 against best defense. So it might have been better to sit and defend. But if it's only down 1, then we're better positioned this way. So we got another strong no trump overcall. Alad's preempting in diamonds. Unfortunately, I don't have the right hand for him. I have the majors and no diamond support, and not enough points to make this a likely make. So that's too bad. Maybe I should have bid. I don't know how preemptive 3 diamonds was vulnerable, but we do have an excellent spade fit, unfortunately. And that means that 4 spades actually has play. if we're able to set up the diamonds, and it's pretty easy to set up the diamonds where when you know where the ace is. There's going to be people in spades, I think, and they're going to be taking a lot of tricks. Again, if you're counting points, it's basically the same point distribution as last hand. I had did I have a straight jack of spades? I can't remember. Yeah, so I had a 9 count, and in this hand, Alad had 10 or 11, was it? Yeah, he had 10. So that means that Elad has 4 to 6. Um, Hang on, we lost this trick to a spade ruff. Yeah, so the singleton spade lead, that was a pretty clear singleton. So South did well to win the ace of diamonds and give partner a ruff. And we've lost 3 tricks so far in diamonds. And while that might seem good, because, now there's the second ruff, but Alad will be able to get in and then knock out the ace of diamonds. Or, sorry, drop the queen of diamonds, which I think is probably in South's hand at this point. Yeah. So this is making, but spades I think might take more tricks because there's no diamond ruffs. There's spade ruffs. So we're playing faster than other tables, so it's hard to tell what other folks did. But here, uh, double dummy, I think Alad did about as well as he could on the lead, but spades probably does better, and we're going to see some people in spades. Some people are going to be in spades. This is always a 1-0 trump overcall, but if West finds a natural diamond overcall or some single suited bid, my hand might decide to bid the good spade suit, and that could get Alad excited. And whether or not spades is in a part score making or in a game making, spades is probably better than diamonds. That is, unless spades is down, and I don't really think it is. Even with a bad spade split, you can always set up this diamond suit. It's very convenient. Um, but I guess there's no last entry to run diamonds. So I think actually perfect defense prevents 4 spades from making, but who knows what happens. And if you look here, 3 diamonds isn't going to beat the people in 3 diamonds making 4. And in fact, diamonds by East ends up doing better by a trick because no, it doesn't. In 2, you just make 3. But I guess these opponents just misdefended. Maybe it's easier to defend when you can see my hand versus when you can see partner's hand. So we'll see results pour in for that one, see how we do. On this one, the 170 is good, but it's not as good as the 200 that people are getting for beating no trump by a couple tricks. But only about half the field is beating, or less than half the field is beating no trump by 2 tricks, and anybody in spades is going to do better than half the field. So I'm glad we were in spades there, no regrets. On this first one, 4 hearts making seemed pretty normal, but if Alad doesn't figure out that he needs to go ace of hearts, king of hearts, he can fall victim to that king of spades shift. As you can see, the leads that do the most damage against the contract, I guess a club lead counts too, but it's probably a club held up, followed by an attack on the entries in dummy. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe it's a club to the ace and then no, it's got to be a hold up. So let's see, how does sitting for this now? Every West is going to bid. 3 diamonds made 5 at that table on what lead? The singleton spade followed by diamond to the queen and king. So holding ace queen here, you probably don't want to play the queen. It can't ever succeed. If partner has the king of diamonds, then you're just as good playing the ace because it's equivalent. And if declare has the king of diamonds, there's no reason to let declare win this first trick. You should win this first trick and then decide what to do before you can be thrown in or forced to ruff with your winner against air. So I think South is just a little inexperienced, and on that hand, you want to be playing the ace of diamonds. Because as you can see here, now you play another round of diamonds. That cuts down on the amount of roughs you can give partner. And then the heart shift, of course, also fails because it doesn't find partners rough. But, those are just learning things. Yes, well defended. Yeah, they defended very well. Um, Cherry did three things right. Like he he won his ace of diamonds. Well, the thing is, if the jack of spades is winning in dummy, your partner, South West clearly has the ace of spades, right? So I guess the first Alid, you need to play ace of spades on second round of suit. It's a card you're. Oh yeah, never mind. Of course, it's clear that he has all the spades, right? So, yeah. And if you look at the suit preference card that Cherry played, he played the six of spades. Um, and the thing about the six of spades is it's a suit preference card and it says, partner, I like clubs. Obviously, he also likes hearts because he has the ace of hearts. But with so many hearts in dummy and his hand, the clubs are a more reliable entry than the diamonds. Or sorry, than the hearts. I don't know if Thierry did that consciously, but it was correct. Mm. Mm. Oh, good man, T. Cherry, it's correct. Yeah, so the lead on board two was a fourth best heart. Um, I think that the heart is probably not what you want to go for in that hand. Just it seems like a hand where a passive defense is better. Uh, with your partner being known to hold most of the high cards, just lead a trump, and you probably won't give up a trick. But of course, I don't know if the heart lead ended up costing a trick versus something like a trump, just because all of those hearts existed, the jack and the queen and the ace. So we played those hands pretty quickly. It seems to be that we are playing nice and fast. More results have come in for this board, and you can see a wide range of number of tricks won in diamonds. Our table is the only table to take 9 tricks in diamonds, which is the correct amount of tricks to take in diamonds. Other tables are getting their over tricks or going down extra. But seems like we did normal things, and we have a normal board as a result. All right. It's Sandy and Ray, who are about to become grandparents again. Dee and Ray, congrats in advance. I'm hopefully not congratulating them in advance on having a good round here, but on having another grandchild on 2 clubs, eh? Hmm. So over two clubs, and we haven't discussed a lot of these sequences, and we've got a natural two spades bid here. Um, I have a natural two no trump over two spades, so I think I'm going to bid that. In a lot of competitive auctions, we don't play two no trump as natural, but here I actually think I have a penalty double, and I'm pretty sure this double is penalty. I'm hoping that Alad will interpret it as such. I have four clubs to the ace, and that's enough to defeat three clubs vulnerable. Um, Alad is going hearts here, so unfortunately, I could try three no, but the clubs are a little too thin. So I might just go four hearts and then hope that that's good enough. I think three hearts is natural. It could be he's just pulling what he thinks to be a penalty double. If he's very shapely, he's got stiff club or avoidant clubs, 5-5 in the majors, like a 16 count, a 15 count. That could make this a shaky contract. We'll see. I'm expecting a club lead, um, but I'm not worried about the club suit. I'm worried about mostly the diamond suit. There's a good chance Alad's got two or three little diamonds, or queen jack or king jack. So here, as I expected, we have two diamond losers that aren't going anywhere. We have only an 8-card heart fed, and then the spade suit is shaky as all heck. Alad knows that the best way to play the spade suit is to try to rough as many spades in dummy as you can before all of dummy's trump are gone. So here Alad's focusing on, while in dummy, leading up to the king of spades. So Sandy was very fast in flying ace of spades there. And that could mean a hand that really wants to shift to diamonds so that she can get a rough back, but that's unlikely. There's no indication that Ray has six diamonds. Or a hand with a singleton ace of spades, or possibly a hand with ace doubleton, or especially, excuse me, ace queen doubleton of spades. If you recall board 3, where holding ace queen, the right thing to do is play the ace, not the queen, Sandy could be holding ace queen doubleton of spades, which fits into the fact that she overcalled. She has strength in her hand. So Alad's going to try king of spades here. Hopefully he'll drop the queen of spades. We'll see. There's no queen of spades, but flying ace makes it more likely for you to be holding the queen of spades here. So here Alad has a choice. He can rough low, and roughing low preserves the jack for a possible second rough of spades. But the problem with that is he might not have the entries or enough hearts to rough back to hand, rough another spade, rough back to hand another time, and then pull trump. But if I'm not mistaken, one of the opponents, led trump? So Ray's heart play there is telling me, why would Ray play a heart instead of a club? Oh yeah, because he wanted to cut down on the roughs. So here Alad has to decide whether to play uh, the jack of hearts or the four. So I don't think there's anything wrong with playing the jack here. If for whatever reason Sandy had only two spades, then she'll be able to over rough the four of hearts. If Sandy had three spades, it doesn't matter. Um, Now Alad can rough back to hand, maybe rough another spade, which loses. And then, but the four of hearts wouldn't have won anyway. So here comes another spade rough and an over rough. So the opponents are now down to exactly two hearts. He has to lose this, but he can rough in, play 2 rounds of hearts, and win the jack of spades for the 9th trick. Oh shoot, we're in 4. Okay, so we're down. Alad didn't have a game force, but I decided to push for it anyway. So this is another good board by them against us. Yeah, we can't make it. If it's any consolation, I'm sure there's people in 3 clubs making. Yeah. And yeah, lots of other people down in hearts. Some are down, some take fewer than nine trick. Not fewer than nine tricks. So Alad would make a takeout double with his hand, but I think 3 points is a little too few to do so. Yeah, and Alad had what a 15 count, including a doubleton queen. That's fine. That's fine. Three clubs, double dummy is a diamond, spade, two clubs. It's actually making. So my penalty double would have been bad if Alad hadn't pulled it. Against three clubs, we get two hearts, the ace of clubs, and then, well, it depends on how the diamonds end up getting played. You can always drop the queen of diamonds if you know it's doubled, but you don't necessarily know that. So Sandy's thinking for a while because I think given that I have 3 points and Alad hasn't bid yet, Sandy's probably going to blast a 6 no trump or 7 no trump, just like she did on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. More results pour in. Minus 100 is actually right in the middle, so could be a lot worse. And my connection is still valid. Here comes 4 no trump, so it's not 6 no trump. If for whatever reason the contract ends up being something like hearts or spades or clubs, I have to decide if I want, or I would say specifically clubs, if I want to make a Lightner double. A Lightner double would ask partner for a diamond lead. And here comes Alad disrupting the auction. Uh, it makes sense that he has a long diamond suit because the opponents didn't bid or raise diamonds, or I guess they didn't raise diamonds or rebid diamonds, and I have zero diamonds. So I'm not surprised Alad's junking this auction up. So six spades, and interestingly, Alad is doubling six spades. Now, why would he double six spades? I think he's doubling six spades because he thinks it can go down, and I suspect he has something outside the spade suit and a spade void. So if dummy has one spade, then my jack of spades is scoring a trick. If dummy has two spades, they can probably work out a finesse. And if he's doubling six spades, I can't double six spades. So now I need to think about what to play on this trick. So I do have a natural spade trick, so I don't necessarily want a diamond rough. The ace of hearts is asking for attitude here. So I don't actually like hearts per se, but do I like the alternatives? Not really. And I'm also concerned that maybe diamonds are like 8-5, which is possible. So do I want to encourage a heart continuation? Let's say yes. Okay, so this is going to get roughed. And I'm going to play my 4. Okay, so it didn't get roughed. Okay. So Ala just cashed two aces against this slam, and I have a natural trump trick coming. So that's pretty good, I think. But there's a reason Sandy bid this, and it's because she has probably 9 spades to the ace king queen. Wow. Okay. Do I rough? It's actually not obvious. So I'm not going to rough. I'm playing for 8-5 around the table. Of course, it was not 8-5. Now, spades were 8-4-1. So Sandy has five more spades in hand and one other card, which is this heart. So I'm going to win my jack of spades, and that's it. What a hand by Aled. He is an incredible hand there. You can see a range of results here. The five diamond bid ended up being not a terrible bid. Um, I have an opening bid of one spade, so I'm going to bid one spade. Hang on a sec. So this was our table. Aled has seven diamonds with a straight flush and two outside aces. So he has to lose two hearts, a spade, and a club, and the ace of diamonds in diamonds. But he actually only has those losers. Oh, yeah, and there's an uppercut as well, but I don't know how effectively it can be finagled. Because Aled does have slow losers in clubs and hearts, he can get rid of some of them on high spades. Spade, double, two clubs. Two clubs is actually a transfer to diamonds, I think. Or is it? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it is. That's three hearts. Um, and do I want to bid anything here? No. That was a really slow pass, but it was a jump to three hearts. So I am entitled to a pause there. I don't like to put my partner in the spot by making slow bids. Maybe the fact that it was a skip bid will put me not in trouble here. Okay, so let's see. Oh, wow, that's a dummy. Should be a suit preference card, but um, with yeah, I don't know how much suit preference is going to work here. Hmm. If hearts end up being something like 6-4-2-1 around the table, Ray pulls two rounds of hearts. He's going to score six heart tricks, probably two roughs and dummy, that's eight. The two outside aces is 10. And then we might get uh, the third trick if Aled has the ace of clubs. So I'm going to go low high in hearts just to tell partner I've got a club card. There's also some trouble in getting back to raise hand to rough, say, two diamonds. If partner has, so here, I think that's a singleton queen, so I'm playing low. No use covering singleton queens. Ray's a pretty good card player, but I don't know if he'll. He should know that I am the favorite to hold the king of spades. The only question is, would I cover the queen? And yeah, so he's probably playing me as somebody who would cover the queen of spades. But because I know that it's almost certainly a singleton, I'm not going to. So Alad again telling me he likes clubs. And Ray's play in the heart suit is also telling me that hearts are probably 6-4, 2-1 around the table. The question to me now is, this gets roughed. Where's the jack of clubs? If partner has the jack of clubs, we might score 3 club tricks. Partner showed up with 1 spade, probably 1 heart. I'm going to put him with 6 diamonds and 5 clubs. Might be 7 diamonds and 4 clubs. If he had 7 diamonds, then that's Ray's last diamond. Let me just see the diamond spots he's played so far. 3, 5. Okay, so means he started with 7, I think. Okay. No, so 3, 3, 1, 6. So partner has 6 diamonds, 5 clubs, 1 heart, probably 1 spade. So here, yeah. So my assumption about the hearts was correct. Let's see. 2 spades have been roughed in Ray's hand. So Ray has 1 heart left, right? Making? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I calculated. 10 tricks. Them getting to 4 hearts was a triumph for them, with no losers outside the club suit. We could compete. We could have competed in diamonds, but in diamonds we have to lose what, 3 aces. So it's not making for sure. And there might be other losers as well. You can see 4 diamonds was down 1 at one table. Yeah, I think you can probably put pressure on the hand by not clear yet. I'd have to analyze it. So that's precision. That's 1-no trump. But points. Shape, both minors. It's fine. Yeah, 1-no trump for the minors. The good news is I have the majors. Partner bids 1, I'll raise it happily. Alan's in a pickle now. He's struggling and he's doubling. So do I want to sit a double of 2 clubs here? I really don't. I don't have any defense against 2 clubs. So I'm going to bid 2 hearts to bid my better major. 2 spades, okay. I'm going to go 3 spades because I have 4 spades with the queen. My king of diamonds might not be worth anything. 3 spades might be an underbid, but I will leave Alad with the decision. He should be able to tell whether or not to go 4 here. I think he probably will, just because he's like, well, 3 spades. 3 spades making 4 spades probably make. Might as well get the extra points and beat the people who are defending 2 clubs doubled down 1. But we'll see. I think if he passes, I'll be sad. So that's 3 no trump. I wonder if that's like offering a place to play or something. But I don't know if I want no trump to be the spot. If yeah, I think I prefer spades to no trump here. Um, Hopefully I didn't screw this one up. So this is what his bidding showed, and I'm not unhappy with the final spot. I think definitely spades is preferable to no trump here. Um, I wonder how this is going to do. Now, how does two clubs do? For one, two clubs is probably off ace, king of diamonds, ace of clubs, ace of hearts, and then a couple more tricks. I'm guessing down one against perfect play. Um, but here, yeah, no, I'm happy to take preference to the suit contract over no trump. The question is, how's it going to play? So if Rajan actually has the minors, let's say 5-4, then the majors rate to be not splitting particularly well. I think Alad's going to try for a cross rough. The problem is that South is short in diamonds with the bidding, so there's not a lot of losers to pitch. Yeah, Eric's probably out of diamonds by now. That being said, there's no parking place for these losers, so Alad just has to rough low and hope Eric doesn't have the 10 of spades. Eric, of course, does have the 10 of spades. There's no way to dodge that. The other problem is that Rajan also is going to be short in hearts, almost certainly. And here, I think Alad will probably need to rough at least one spade low, but then he might decide to do some other things. So the problem for him is that after this play, um, he needs to take a club finesse to score those clubs before the opponents can both pitch clubs. And Rajan is probably holding the king of clubs for his bid. Now here, we're going to see a diamond rough, a heart rough, maybe high, another diamond rough, maybe another heart rough. Here, all the spades are equivalent. Doesn't matter what he roughs with. He might rough with the queen to be deceptive. It won't really matter. The 7 of spades, from what I can tell, is still outstanding. So I don't think Alad's going to risk the 6 of spades here. But he did. Maybe I lost track of the 7 of spades. But Rajan's thinking for a while. So he doesn't have the 7 of spades. And yeah, the lack of club pitches mean that Alad can afford to keep doing this for a while. Now here, is it time to try the club finesse? I think it pretty much has to be. You're not going to get another chance to do this. Unfortunately, it's probably going to lose. And when the club finesse loses, Rajan will play back a spade probably, and then Alad won't be able to avoid losing another club. So here, interestingly, Alad is roughing a heart. That's what it looks like. Maybe he's trying for some kind of end play. Not really sure. People interfere over precision with some pretty weak shapes, but here he's going for the end play. Unfortunately, I don't think this worked out. No. Oh, the 7 of spades was in my hand, so that's where that went. I don't think 4 spades can make. Unfortunately, it's just not quite enough. You can see most people stopped in 1 diamond, so getting up to 4 spades isn't a winner. Alad can make it if he plays perfectly, but we'll talk about that later. This is 10 to 14. 10 to 14. Third seat non-vulnerable, we play no trump is 10 to 14 because partners have passed hand. We have a bit of a wider range for our no trump here. So just looking at the two hands, what can Alad do to guarantee this? Um, so he wins the diamond, and then he starts playing for a cross ruff, right? So here he needs to ruff a diamond back to hand, but keep the ace of diamonds. That's curious. I wonder why. Maybe it's some kind of end play thing. All right, so TYP. So we're in 1-0, and I've got 2 club tricks off the top, a diamond, 3 spades eventually at 6, and then I need to get more tricks. So diamonds is their longest suit between the two hands. So I want to attack diamonds, but I also want to be in diamonds to attack, dummy to attack diamonds. Best way to do that, win a club in hand, and I can hold up a round, and then play diamonds off of dummy. I don't imagine Rajan will shift here. The club was the 3, probably from 4th best. He knows that I have another club in hand, but he doesn't know it's the king. We are getting a heart shift. So the heart shift is going to go to one of the high hearts. The heart shift does make my defense a little harder, especially with the Queen of Hearts in South's hand. But Eric is likely to continue clubs. He doesn't know if Rajan is switching to hearts to attack the heart suit or switching hearts to sort of decide that yeah, okay. So here, unfortunately, the opponents have found the right suit to attack. I have my heart trick. So here, what I need to do is knock out the ace of spades. If I can knock out the ace of spades and not have to worry about entries to dummy, then I'll be okay. But if they had managed to hold up a couple of rounds in spades, I would have been in some serious trouble with no guaranteed way back to that ace of clubs. So the defense now needs to decide what to do. So Eric could very well be out of hearts at this point. That does explain the club continuation here. And I guess from here, I have enough tricks to make it, and I don't think I want to take any risks. So I am going to cross to dummy with my jack of spades, cash my ace of clubs. Probably the 9 won't be a winner, and then I'll come back to hand, win some, what do you call them, spades. It's a heart. Yeah, so 2 clubs, maybe 6 hearts, 5 hearts. Will look to be 4 spades, maybe 1 diamond. Nope, that's heart number 3, is it? I don't need this card. So if Rajan started with 4 spades and 5 hearts and 2 clubs, he has 2 diamonds. Is there any reason to give up a heart here? I have to lose a heart and then a second heart, and then Eric might be squeezed or something. I don't know. We'll try it. Okay, so now Eric has 1 club to cash. If Eric plays the wrong diamond out of hand, I might be able to score 2 tricks. Nope. All right, so that's one no trump making. I wish I could have done better, but a plus score is always nice in match points. Yeah, you can see the plus score is what did it. Diamonds by us plays a little better, not much. On the club lead, which was the best lead, I can't do much. So here I have a 10 count, but it's a 10 count that I don't feel like opening with 5 to the jack 9. So yeah, the defense was actually pretty close to perfect. However, it was the 3 of clubs led, and the 3 of clubs led meant that I could have actually put in the 5 of clubs. which would have put the defense under more pressure. I also could have, I guess, a club back does the most damage to me because South has so many entries back to hand that the heart is actually less lucrative than the club suit. I didn't realize that, but just the way the suits are divided means that that's the case. So partner's bidding 2 diamonds here. 2 diamonds shows diamonds over a weak no trump. And over a weak no trump, his diamond bid should be good, a good suit. So I have to decide if I want to bid something here. Um, I think 2 spades by me is non-forcing. Um, maybe I'll just go 3-no. With South on lead and partner having a nice diamond suit, I should be able to figure this out. All right, so partner's got an 11 count. I've got a 10 count. Can we actually make this? So the 3 of hearts lead is going to be from the king. So we're going to score 2 heart tricks and the ace of spades, the ace of diamonds, the ace of clubs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we need 4 more. So this is a little bit scary. I don't know if I'm going to make this. Yikes. Okay, so first things first, win the queen of hearts. Oh, shoot. And that's bad. Very bad. So there's no way to avoid all of the heart losers here. I can take it slow in spades, play up to the 10. Hopefully it's a king doubleton or something. So no high spade drop there. That's bad. There's the queen of clubs. So South has showed up with the queen of clubs, the jack of hearts, king, nothing. Well, that's not lucky. Queen. No. Oh, that's really tough. Really tough. Man, was a bad spot. But it's down 4, right? Terrible. All right, so I better drink more. It was really good D and extremely badly positioned cards for my purposes. Not that I can even make it against anything. Hmm. This is a perfect example of why everyone should play weak note trumps. Uh, as standard, this is passed out. This is going to be passed out at some tables. Well, no, I mean, um, this hand is as 12 points. So most people will open it, even though it's aceless. This hand is an 11 count, but it's third seat non-vulnerable. Most people will open it. So yeah. Um, yeah. Wow, I have a hand. Let's see. 14 high, 6 solid hearts, 3 good spades. It has the playing strength of a precision opening bid. Do I want to exaggerate my hand? Um, Maybe. I could. Um, but I think I'll get the most information if I open a heart here. So if partner bids one no trump, it's semi-forcing. I can just bid 4 hearts. If partner bids a spade here, then my hand gets a very good. So we'll see. If he raises hearts, my hand is very good. If he bids 2 clubs, hopefully we don't get too high. But then we would have got too high playing precision anyway, right? So here's 2 clubs. So I have a 14 count. I don't have a precision opening anymore because his points are in clubs. So here I have to decide if I want to bid hearts again or if I bid diamonds. So I think this is pretty clearly a hand where you rebid your hearts. Sorry, I just think it's funny. Yeah. So hopefully we don't miss too much, but if he wanted to bid slower, he could have. We were in a game force after 2 clubs. So um, 4 hearts to play. I'm not going to investigate any further. Um, I think it's pretty clear that North has a pant load of clubs um, uh, based on the question. So I have a, let's see, I can pitch the spade on the ace of clubs, and then I have to figure out how I want to avoid the last diamond loser. So I'm going to do this now. And then I'll play on hearts. Do they split? They do. They split-ish. 2 hearts lets me guarantee making 7 here, or 6, I should say. But hearts are 3-1. However, I am playing south for longer diamonds, so I'm not particularly afraid of an overruff there. In fact, I'm going to duck this around. Actually, wait, hang on. Diamond lead. Was that top of a doubleton? No, I think that was from 5. Oh, shoot, it was a doubleton. Oh well, I have to lose that anyway. And I think I have all trump left and I'm good, but I'll just confirm. Yeah, North had 6 clubs. So yeah, there's nothing I can do to take 12 tricks. Unless I'm Trish and John, who did manage to take 12 tricks. I'm guessing South ended up roughing air, something like that. Hmm. Or I guess if you duck diamonds early before drawing any trump, you can make six. 12 count, nothing to bid. I will pass. Yeah, that's right. You can always make six there if you don't draw 2 rounds of trump before testing diamonds. You play ace king of diamonds, you give up a diamond, and then you can rough in dummy. Um, or wait, hang on. No, I ducked a diamond. Hang on. Yeah. So had I won ace king of diamonds and then ducked a diamond, then I make, yeah, then I make it. Okay. The problem was that I was playing south for longer diamonds because I thought north had long clubs. Unfortunately, I was wrong. Yeah, so I would expect actually more people to make six there because playing ace king of diamonds and giving up a diamond is not an unusual line of play. So we are in 3-no trump, 4 natural bids by the opponents. I have a good hand. I have 3 tricks, but I don't have any suits to run. And that means that I am going to be defending probably pretty passively. So what did we have here? Hearts and clubs, diamonds and spades. A 3 of clubs is normally a 4th best lead. So I'm going to play my jack here, but I just want to think about the hand for a second. Where are we getting tricks from? Um, with the club lead, Alad chose not to lead a diamond. I think South probably has 5 diamonds and 4 spades and 3 clubs and 1 heart. So unfortunately, I think this club lead might have cost a trick if partner has the queen of clubs. So that king of hearts might be singleton. I have a reverse Smith card to play here. I have a 9 of hearts to drop that says I don't like clubs, partner. Partner should have queen small of hearts now. So here comes the 9 of clubs. Alad knows to cover. Hopefully he has the 8-7. So here we'll play low high to show that I like diamonds better. Now the key to this hand might be locking Declarer in dummy. Here, he doesn't know what cards I have, but we have 4 tricks total, right? And if I score my ace king of diamonds on my second high diamond, North has to throw off something. And if I can pin North in this hand with a heart, then maybe he has to lead away from a good queen. So I had, I had what, a 12 count. Partner showed up with 2 key cards. He showed up with the queen of clubs and the queen of hearts. That's a 16 total, right? Leaving 24 between the opponents. So I'm not going to put my partner on any more points. The question is, can we get somehow another trick? The problem is that I think Declarer has another club in hand. Okay, so he has the jack of spades. That's promising. So here, if I duck, Declarer gets to dummy with a club, wins 2 hearts. That's 8 tricks. If I win the ace of spades, nothing is happening. So I'm going to duck. Now I should have ducked in tempo, but I didn't. So hopefully Alad plays low, and South has to decide whether or not to overtake. South will overtake. Alad has the 7 of clubs, though. And that's my first discard. And on the two hearts, I have two more discards. The problem is that I might get thrown in with a diamond. And then I'm sort of squeezed here. Do I bear my ace of spades or do I pitch diamonds down? Um, Unfortunately, there's no future in the diamond suit. I expect to see. Oh, the six of clubs is a loser to the seven, so that's good. The correct thing would have been a diamond, and it end plays me. And I have the rest of the tricks because partner's out of hearts and also out of clubs. So I think that was pretty nicely defended by us. Yeah, 10 to 12, and I have a 12. Oh, you should have made it. You were so close. You just have to put a diamond off a dummy, not the losing club. In fact, Alad can beat it by shifting to diamonds earlier. Um, one trump, two spades. I have 12. Partner's got 10. I have 4 to the 10. Do I have a penalty double? Let's say I have a penalty double. It's more fun to have a penalty double. If Alad plays a diamond there, then I get 2 diamonds. And on the second diamond, North has to decide what to discard. Let's say a club. Then I think I play. Oh, I guess I can afford to duck a diamond, maybe. Yeah, I can afford to duck a diamond, and then the diamonds run. That's it. My partner's bid was cap. So I, why would you alert your partner's lack of alert? That's weird. Okay, let's see. How do I defend this? I think that if it's a Capoletti bid, then it might be best to just play trump. So I'm going to play trump here and start with low spades here. Dummy is bad, which makes me happy. I don't think I wanted to see a good dummy here. Queen's going to force the ace, but my 10 of spades is going to be a winner. The question is, what other cards are lurking in North's hand? The 9 of clubs, an ominous card. I think that's probably a singleton. I'm going to win my queen of clubs here because I want my hand with relatively short clubs to be playing high clubs first. Count card there shows an odd number. Clubs might be 3-3-3 around the table, but I'm not convinced. I think he might have 5 clubs and the clubs are forcing declare. If that's the case, I can go ace and a club here. I actually want North to ruff. Yeah. So here, if North started with 6 spades, let's put pressure on North so that North can't win long diamonds or anything. That looks like a singleton. Singleton 10, eh? Do I want to play another diamond here? Well, does it get us any tricks to play another diamond? That's the thing. I'm not convinced it does. If partner has... No, he can't have a singleton diamond, right? Why would he have a singleton diamond for his no trump bid? So here, do I play a heart? Is he trying to force his way to dummy so he can take a heart finesse? I'm going to keep attacking clubs because there's no way to get to these diamonds or hearts or clubs or anything. If partner started with two spades and dummy had one, declare started with what, six? And then declare is down to just three spades in hand. Um, so here's that. That's the ace of diamonds. This is roughed. He shouldn't have bid with a singleton. That was bad. Whatever. But he's shown up with the queen of spades and a low spade. He showed up with the king of clubs. It's five. So he probably has something like the king queen of hearts. Here's a club. We'll see if this gets roughed. Does not get roughed. I'm going to rough this. Go king of diamonds, queen of diamonds. Does partner have another spade in hand? So here, because I think I need partner to have another high spade. So I'm going to play a low spade out of my hand. I'd rather give up a spade here than a heart finesse. So yeah, partner had a low spade, unfortunately. So there's one more spade here. Now North has to play hearts out of hand. Outlet should have two more tricks here. And a club. Nice. Partner's hand was non-standard, but this worked out in the end. He should have opened two diamonds. That's his system bid. Over two diamonds, I go two spades. And then we end up in two spades. Um, Alternatively, yeah, it could have been a diamond contract by them doubled, or a spade contract by me, or no trump somewhere. But I'm very happy that I found the double and that we defended it as well as we did. Here, yeah, I've never seen him bid a no trump with a singleton. I mean, that being said, I don't think there was act damage. Like, what else could have happened, right? Who knows? Had it just gone spade, ace, king, jack, and then, I mean, the diamond split is bad. The club division is bad. So how are we doing? We're actually at 59%. Not terrible. It's okay. Here I have nebulous diamond. And this is, we're off to the races here. So let's see if partner responds one of the major. My system bid is two clubs, showing the minors. But South is thinking for a while. I'm going to guess South has something to say. Probably something in hearts. Some number of hearts. Four hearts. Two no trump. Okay. Two no trump is probably two lowest here. So I'm going to, just because I have good diamonds, I'm going to put South with the hearts and clubs. There's no alert here. I don't think that unusual two no trump is alertable, whether or not its minors are two lowest. But it's one of those two. So hopefully I'll find out. Either way, I don't have a bid with my bare minimum opening and no aces. One suit I know South has is clubs. But here, definitely South also has hearts. South probably has longer hearts than clubs, and maybe South has a hand that really didn't want partner to bid spades, and otherwise would have made a strong double. I do have the pointed suits here. There's four hearts. Alad might come in here. I wouldn't put it past him to jump in with five spades of the ace. But no, he's passing. He's playing it sensible. Unbid lower. Yeah, so it's hearts and clubs. Alad's on lead. He's leading my suit. That's nice. 10 of diamonds from a doubleton or a singleton, who knows. If it's a singleton, I need to overtake. But do I want to? I think that if there's running clubs, he'll probably get one. So I'm just going to play my 8 of diamonds here, which is an encouraging middle-ish spot, more so than the 3 of diamonds, which would have said play clubs, I think. Ace. Partner definitely has 4 low spades, so we don't have a future in that suit. The good news is that I have a singleton heart. Dummy has 2. Alad should have a good 4 hearts for this sequence. If South is 6 hearts, 5 clubs, then it makes sense. Unfortunately, that means that South is also out of diamonds by now. But that doesn't make sense either. I would think Alad would have another diamond. But this shift here looks to be from a hand that doesn't have any more diamonds. So I'm putting South on a hand with 1 spade now, 3 diamonds, and thus 5-4 in the other 2 suits? Could be. If it's 5-4 in the other 2 suits, well, Alad knows I have King, Queen, Jack of diamonds, so maybe he isn't playing diamonds for a reason. But with 5-4 and extras, you might go 3 hearts here. So that could mean that Alad's holding a heart stack that's going to win a bunch of tricks now. So I do need to hold on to my long clubs. So I'm not pitching any of them. I have to pitch a diamond here, even though in theory we're forcing South out of winning trumps. South's been forced to rough twice. So if hearts were 6-4-2-1 around the table, that means that I'm going to do a false count here. I want him playing for the drop. Now Alad knows that, okay, so this is bad because he just put dummy in with some spades and I don't have any spades. Now he can pitch two diamonds. Alad should have played a heart. But if Alad has a bunch of hearts in hand, maybe there's a reason he put him in dummy. Not sure. There's the club loser, and there's still one more diamond loser. Oh wait, no, never mind. Alad had a diamond? Huh. Okay. Maybe he believed my count signal. Oh well, down 2 should be okay. Yeah, it's fine. Could have been better. I think at the end there, yeah. What do I have? I have points, 9 and 13 high. So 10 to 16, 2 plus diamonds. So here, at this point, Alad gets in, and then, no, that's not Alad. 1, 2, yeah, here it should be down 3. That 2 diamonds there is to play. Over the strong, no trump overcall, this is just natural. This gets roughed, and then here, don't give 2 free discards to dummy. That's terrible, Alad, come on. If he plays a diamond, then I win my diamonds and he gets hearts and stuff. But it gave away a trick, so I'm passing. Yeah, so that gave away a trick. Oh well, just a couple match points. So 2 diamonds is the spot, but I get to play it. So Alad's got a hand that wants to compete in diamonds, doesn't like the idea of Declare winning 7 tricks off the top and no trump. On the Ace of Hearts lead, I know the position of the Ace King of Hearts. That's a very strong suit preference signal. Good news is I don't mind a spade shift here. So I'll just play my heart. We're going to get a spade shift. And then that spade looks to be from like, I don't know. That must be Ace Doubleton, right? So no reason to, well, Queen's going to be over there, right? So I'll pull trump. This might not succeed in, there's no ace? Okay. All right. Yeah, 2 diamonds. So I have to lose 1 more spade, and that's it. So there's the queen of spades. Now, what was a tripleton? Okay, throw the jack and claim. Making 3. Easy. How does no trump do? I count 1, 2, 3, 4 tricks. 1, 2, 3, 4 tricks, and then 5, 6, 7 if you play the hearts correctly. Would you? Who knows? Probably on the bidding. You can see everybody seems to be in diamonds with a range of tricks 1, whether it's 9 or 9 or 9. At Rubber Bridge, our result was not as good as this one. Heart, double, 3 hearts, nothing. I should have passed slower than that. That was out of tempo. That was bad. I should definitely wait over a skip bid. And that puts partner under pressure here. But he is bidding again, and now I have a choice because I have pretty decent spade support here. The problem is that the rest of my hand is pretty unremarkable. However, if he's bidding and doubling at this level, I think I have to go 4. The problem is that I just don't know how much help my hand is outside of the queen of spades. I mean, preempt or no, and I think weak jump shifts in competition are not alertable. Out of competition, they are alertable here. But so the queen of spades is a useful card. The jack of clubs is actually a useful card. So we'll see. This hand is going to come down to 2 things. Well, one is how are the spades played and their location, and 2 is location of the king of clubs, and if the club should be tested before all the trump are gone. So we start with a couple of rounds of hearts, clearing that suit. The first thing Alad's going to do is count points. So he knows that South is the favorite to hold all the points in the hand. The lead was a low heart. It wasn't a middle heart or a high heart or anything like that. We've seen ace king. North has the queen of hearts. We know that. South almost certainly has the ace of spades. But I lied. South doesn't have the ace of spades. If South doesn't have the ace of spades, which is consistent with a hold-up play on the queen, then South is very, very likely to be holding the king of clubs. If you're just counting points, you know that South has ace, king, fifth of hearts, and no ace of spades. It's pretty clear that the king of clubs has to be in South's hand here. So Alad's doing the same calculation that I am. He's putting the jack of clubs off dummy. And then this calls for a cover. That eight of clubs is ominous. Here, Alad will be playing south for the jack of spades as well. I think that the best thing to do is to duck a spade here. Um, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe North is a favorite to hold longer spades. So the question is which spade is going to get played. On the first round of spades, and Alad can't see this, so I'm cheating here. We saw the 6 and the 7, right? So the king forces the ace, and then the 9 comes down. So the jack of spades is still out to lose. But with all the clubs and diamonds in hand being high, that's the only loser left. Um, so Alad will rough in. If the heart gets played, he will rough in hand. Or no, it doesn't matter where he roughs in. He'll win his diamonds, he'll win his clubs. Eventually, the jack of spades will rough in. I think he's going to hope that North has it, but and he's just confidently claiming. The opponents, Bill and Imtiaz, are good players, so they'll understand that the claim is valid, even though there's an outstanding trump. Even if he decides to play a trump out. Yeah, so the jack of spades being in South's hand means that had Alad ducked a spade, he could have taken an extra trick. So some people might be making 5 spades here. And indeed, this pair is making 5 spades. And yeah, if Alad chooses to play a low spade instead of the king, then it makes 5. So as things stand right now, we're at 59% going into that round. Board 13 was above average for us. We got plus 200, not a top board. Board 14 was above average for us. We got 110. Sorry, I guess it wasn't above average. It looks to be slightly below with a lot of bad results by North-South happening. Or No Trump seems to be doing fairly similarly to Diamonds, especially if it's played by East. So that one's a wash. And then this last one, Four Spades Making, so far it's in the middle. I think it's going to be slightly above average just because there's going to be a lot of folks defending a Hart contract or maybe even missing game. So I think that we're probably going to be treading water this round. Hmm. Yeah, definitely that Ace of Spades was a discovery play there, or rather the spade up to the queen really told Alad the position of the club suit. If you're south and you hold up around in spades, not holding the king of clubs, that'd be pretty clever. And then Declare gets back in, and then if you've got ace third and you're south, then Declare might guess wrong, play a low spade out, the jack wins, and then later you win your ace of spades and you're laughing home to the bank. But sometimes those extremely clever plays only work when you can see through the back of the cards. And if for some reason you decided to tune into this bridge stream, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Um, Maybe it hasn't been the best game for us, but I hope it's been entertaining enough so far. We haven't played that many interesting contracts, I think, but we're competitive at least. So that should be, somewhat entertaining. I wonder uh, in streams of other games, there's people who watch streams and then cheer against the streamer. I think it'd be fun to have antis in the chat cheering for the opponents, especially when I do bad things. Okay, so this no trump is actually 14 to 16. And over that, I need to think about slam. I have a very good hand. So I need to decide what I want to do to bid a slam. Spades are an option. No trump is an option. So you control me if you want. Well, we'll see. Do I investigate a spade slam or not? Um, this hand, how good is it for a spade contract? I'm not convinced it's great. So do I just like blast it? It's 14 to 16, right? Let's let's have fun here. Let's bid a quantitative for no trump and see what happens. So I could have like transferred to spades, would have been our system, and then like probably after that it would have been key card or something. So Alad's going 6-0. Maybe we'll get a spade lead. He should have 15 or 16 points for this bid, which makes 6-0 trump probably a pretty good shot. Compared to six spades, I don't know how much worse 6-0 trump can be looking at my hand. So I'm not too worried about that. Um, let's see. So the lead's the jack of diamonds. And that's pretty promising. So we've got 10 tricks in the black suits, and then 3 tricks in the red suits, unless there's a disaster lurking elsewhere. So as it turns out, we're very lucky here, and there's probably 13 tricks rolling in, unless spades are 5-1 or 6-0, and same with the club suit. So Alad is not going to let this go around to his queen of diamonds and give up a trick. He's going to try to make 7 here. Yes, let's hope. I will be more entertained by the disaster because I think this slam's not that hard to find. And there might actually be a squeeze in the black suits if there is some kind of disaster going on. So that would be fun. Unfortunately, the clubs are running. So that's 5 tricks in clubs, 2 tricks in hearts, 4 tricks in spades, the ace of diamonds. So a 13th trick has to be somewhere. Clubs 3-3. A spade discard? Come on, way to take away the suspense. That better be a singleton spade. It's not a singleton spade. Well, you better have started with 6 spades. No. Okay, game over. So with all the suits running, 6 no's making 7. Partner started with what, 15, 16? I had 18 high. So 7 no trump is not going to be a popular spot. Alan and I play relay systems that allow us to investigate the location of exact cards and figure out exact shapes. But to bid 7 no trump here, we would have need to know things as specific as the jack of clubs. So here we can't. Uh, so let's see, 1470 seems to be a pretty normal result. Okay. So Alid, if you wanted to bid mod controls over that, here I have a different range for my no trump opening. It's 10 to 12. non-vulnerable. So these always tend to win match points when you can open these weak no trumps. I'm definitely not punished enough when I open weak no trumps. This field is not as used to defending against weak no trumps as most fields are, and so they tend to be huge winners whenever one can bid them. So I might just get this passed out. If Alad's got like a 2 count, then the opponents are missing a game. Um, they, they might easily have a 4-4 spade fit that they missed because I was able to open one no trump here. Overall, um, if you're playing against intermediate club players, hit them with a weak nose. It's so effective. So let's look here. We've got 4 top. 2 hearts can easily be set up. A diamond suit is a potential source of tricks. We've got a slow club stopper. The 2 of spades, if it's from jack fourth or 10 fourth, can lead to 4 spade trick scoring. So I have to decide what I want to attack first, whether it's hearts or diamonds. Uh, the hearts look like they're going to be more lucrative. Um, so because the 7 is winning the trick, I think I need to unblock my suit sooner rather than later so that I can get back to the ace king of spades. It looks like that spade was from 4th best, so I can cash out the suit once I get to dummy. I don't want to squeeze myself though. I think with 3 club losers, the best thing I can do is pitch diamonds on these high spades. Tough choice, eh? Pitch a heart. No, it's a club. Okay. Club probably from 5. I think North probably is holding 4 hearts here. That could be an ace of hearts. It might have been better to lead up to that queen of hearts later, but I don't have the stoppers to confidently do that. Heart. Okay, so the hearts ended up splitting. That's good. Lucky me. Everybody should want to root against me. Both opponents have discarded 1 club by now. Not that it matters. Let's have a couple crashing clubs here. No. There's the queen. There's the ace. This is the king. The king. Nope. The king. There we go. Very nice. All right, and I've got the last 2. Making 3. Nice. That was a little bit lucky. Just a bit. The opponents have a spot. Well, they have a nice club fit. In 2 clubs, they lose a club, the ace of diamonds, a couple of hearts, maybe 3 spades. They don't have a contract. This should be a good score. Oh, we've got a streak going. We've got 8 pluses in a row. That's nice. I know, right? Come on, who deserves that? Opening these crappy 10 counts and sniping a cool no trump contract. If the opponents are in 1 no trump, they probably end up doing better because they attacked clubs earlier. Club, diamond overcall. I don't have a reverse Flannery in competition bid, but I do want to bid something. So I'm going to try 1 spade here. If partner has hearts, he can bid hearts. Probably won't bid hearts. He knows I'm limited, so he might pass me in 1 spade. That's fine. If it gets back around to me, I could bid spades again. If for whatever reason South bids 2 clubs, then we have an agreement in place where a double shows exactly a holding of 2 clubs. But it's 3 clubs here. So South has a strong hand with clubs. And I see no reason to let 3 clubs play. Partner might not have a spade fit, but there's a good chance he's got 4 hearts. So I'm going to compete here. And South jumping there makes it feel very likely that there's a club stack there. I think 3 clubs is making. So I'm going to try to make 3 hearts, or at least go down 2. So dummy has the heart fit that I was hoping for. Partner has an 11 count. I have 8. That means that 19 the player should have at least 16, um, leaving north with about a 5 count. So I'm thinking the best way to play this is to set up my diamonds in dummy. The question is, do I take the finesse of the queen or do I take the finesse of the ace? Okay, well, this simplifies things a little bit. Ace, 2, and 3. Looks like standard carding, but that doesn't really mean a lot. No ace of diamond, ace of spades play. There we go. Hope hearts aren't 4-1 here. That would have been bad. I screwed up. Too bad. Should have roughed low. There's no point roughing high. I deserve to be punished for this. I don't know where the ace of spades is. This could have cost the contract. That's the queen of spades. Curious. Why the queen of spades? Is that an encouraging spade? Is the queen from ace, queen, jack? Could well be. Or from ace, queen, tight. So South showed up with a singleton heart, 3 diamonds, 6 or 7 clubs. Yeah, I have to play low here. And that's the ace of spades. Blew it. Sorry, partner. Down 2. However, I think that down 1 is the best case scenario there. So it's just a question of down 1 or 2 or letting them play 3 clubs. And 3 clubs looks to make, so I don't feel too bad about this one. Yeah, 3 clubs makes 5, right? So don't feel bad. Double dummy, I think I can be down 1 against the defense I got. Sorry, wrong hand. Yes, you should be cheering for me to go down here. After the king of clubs, I don't know what the best defense is. It's to get partner in somehow, and I think that might be playing low diamonds out of hand. Yeah, or a heart works too. But this lets me do the roughing finesse in diamonds the other way. And then what I should do is just rough low. And then if diamonds are 4-2, I deal with that. But roughing high meant that I have to fail in case the hearts are split that way. All right, so how did this round go? More results have come in from this board. Some very intelligent pair managed to bid up to 7-0 trump. The vast majority of the field is in slam, though. We beat the people in 6 spades. I wonder what the auctions were around the table. We got 1-no, 6-no. We got a transfer and then a 4-no key card or Blackwood or something. This was a precision auction. We have a transfer and then Gerber. 1-no, 6-no. This was the quantitative auction. I think we were the only quantitative auction there. I don't feel bad about that at all. If partner is a queen lighter, then I don't think we want to be in slam. We had a couple of lucky running suits there. The next one should be good. You can see it's a top board right now. A lot of people in some junk. What was the 7 auction? That's a good question. So on board 16, the 7 auction was 1 no, 4 no, 5 diamonds, 7 no. So I think that 5 diamonds was showing 1 ace, if I had to guess. And then 7 no trump is, well, you have 1 ace, and therefore we can take 13 tricks. George Goldsmith is a bit of a cowboy, and sometimes the cowboy manages to haul in the steer. Yeah, so if we were playing mod controls over quantitative bids, he would have shown 5 controls by bidding 5 hearts. And 5 controls would tell me he has the ace of hearts, he has the king of spades, he has the king of clubs, and the king of diamonds. No, that's, hang on. Did he have 5 controls? Yeah, he would need to have 1 ace and 3 kings. 1 ace and 3 kings, well, I wouldn't know exactly what was going on, but I would know that either we've got 13 running tricks or we have all the suits double stopped. And that's good enough for me to go to slam. Diamond, spade, double. I have some points, but I don't have a suit. So I don't know. Do I redouble? We don't really have a redouble agreement in that situation. So I'm passing. I don't mind playing defense here. North is showing probably a negative double with hearts. South has a diamond suit. I have a bunch of diamonds over the diamonds. I don't know how useful that'll be. And here, I'm a little scared of hitting an opponent's suit by bidding anything. So I'm just going to defend 1 club or 1 no trump. South probably has a pretty good hand with spades. And I have to decide here what I want to card. So we actually play suit preference. No, the king, yeah, count or unblock. I think it's count or unblock against no trump. So I have a count card here, which is the 3 of spades. So he should know that I have 2 spades. So the king, then the 10 probably means that there's only 1 high spade in South's hand. I'm going to put South with, or Alad should have a low spot here. So I'm going to play 2 of clubs and just count. I think partner might have the queen of diamonds, actually. Good news is there's only 3 club tricks. The ace of spades, that's 4. If they have 2 top hearts, that's 6. South is thinking for a while. Probably means that South has 1 more club in hand. South would have already thought if South only had 2. So that's an encouraging diamond. Again, I'm clued into the fact that partner probably has the queen of diamonds rather than the ace of hearts. So I am going to shift to the 7 of diamonds. And I will discourage hearts. I'm hoping that partner has at least 1 more diamond. But he might just play a heart because South bid diamonds. I'm hoping he doesn't play hearts. He did win his queen of diamonds. Come on, Alan. I guess no, he was out of diamonds. No, he was no. Wait, hang on. Yeah, he threw off his three of diamonds, so he was out. Okay, never mind. Still, plus score is good. Okay, so 13 high. I'm gonna open this one diamond. It's nebulous, but it's also the normal bid here. Our no trump range is 14 to 16. Now it's taking credit for his very clear signaling of the 10 of spades and then three of diamonds. Now he can't really afford to throw anything but the three of diamonds on the third round of clubs. So over one heart, I could just pass. Pass might not be wrong. So, but here I have a nice little support double, and that should tell partner what he needs to know. Anything else come in yet? Unfortunately, looks like we would have needed to beat it a couple more tricks to get more match points because there's a diamond, two diamonds is making our way on a 4-2, and two no trump is also on, which doesn't surprise me. The opponents can cash five tricks. No, two no trump shouldn't make. There's six top tricks for the opponents. So hang on, there's been some competition here. Spades got raised. Alad is doubling, and the double actually shows exactly two spades. So that's saying, partner, I want to compete. What do I want to compete in? So I'm not going to pass it, holding two spades here myself. So I'm just going to bid three diamonds. And then partner will know whether or not he wants to pass diamonds, because I would bid this with five diamonds, or correct to three hearts. And I know he has at least four hearts. He could have five. We'll see if he passes. And here's three hearts, which is just taking preference. He might have five hearts. He might only have four. We'll see. The opponents do have a 9-card spade fit. So they might do well to compete to three spades. They are off a bunch of aces, though. And if we pushed up to three spades, then I am happy. Now, what do I lead against spades? So partner didn't like diamonds. I could lead a low diamond against this, or a high diamond, and then try to get my partner a diamond ruff, because he did correct a hearts. But he might have three hearts, right? So I'm going to start with the ace of diamonds and then see if I want to continue diamonds. Here, it's tricky. Partner seems to have hearts. If I'm looking at the spots, we play upside down attitude on this. The 7 hasn't shown up yet, nor has the queen. But I see no reason not to continue diamonds here. And on this card, what is it that I play? Is it like standard present count? Something like that. So I'm going to play my 8 of diamonds. Well, either way, Alad will know what my, what's the word? Diamond count is. So he knows I have 5 diamonds. He knows I have 3 hearts. Unfortunately, opponents can cross off a couple of red cards. However, I mean, spades are 5-4, 2-2 around the table, so leading trump isn't going to solve anything. And might even just give them extra tricks. So what I'm going to do is lead clubs instead. Here, I don't have the queen, but if partner has the queen, then I think he wants me to play clubs. The club missing is the 6 right now, so that 7 could well be encouraging. The 8 and 10 are also gone, so I think I'll play those. We're up to 63. Last round was good. Let me look at this last trick. Hart got roughed. Okay, so the cross rough has happened. Now, one more higher trump. Here comes the queen of spades. And I see no reason to rough in, so I'll discard. It's a high spade. Now it's the 6. Shoot. Well, 3 spades made 4. With me having the ace and then a bunch of low spots around, I'm not sure how much better we could have done. We can actually hold it to 3, but I think that it's over after the lead. What I need to do is play on clubs immediately for some reason, and that might, I don't know, impede the cross rough. I'm not sure. Here, I have only 11 points, but I'm non-vulnerable. I'm going to overcall my club suit here. So after the ace of diamonds lead, the best defense at that point is unclear. I continue diamonds. Heart came off dummy. I, of course, do best to win in hand. And then here, it doesn't really matter what I do. I think the declare line is pretty obvious at that point. You rough diamonds in hand. You rough hearts in dummy. You win your king of clubs at some point. Rough another club. And then at this point, it's over. So I might have done a trick better to get rid of that extra spade in dummy. Not sure. Maybe, yeah. Oh well. Too bad. So 1 spade, 2 clubs, 2 spades. Partners 2 spade bid is a good, strong club raise. Some kind. I have only an 11 count, so I don't really have much to say over 2 spades. So here, I think I have a pretty clear pass. I don't have anything else to say. And I certainly can't go 3 no trump without a spade stopper. And queen small here is definitely not a spade stopper. I could see partner compete to 4 clubs here. That would definitely be a competitive bid. But I don't know if he'll do it. Yeah, so this is clearly competitive. I don't have a bid over this. Sometimes we play 4 clubs here as like a kind of keycard bid, but it's not in this situation here, where North is bidding spades, unsupported, vulnerable at the 3 level. So I get to play 4 clubs, and just looking at my hand, there's a bunch of losers outside of clubs. I need partner to have some cards and some shape. Looks like 4 clubs might have been a perfect thread the needle bid. 3 spades is probably off 4 tricks. 4 clubs look to be off 3 tricks. We'll see how the diamonds break. That's probably going to determine whether or not this makes 4. But surprisingly, South had a high spade. Maybe we'll see another spade back would make me very happy because it means I don't have to worry about 3-2 diamond break. There's a diamond. I haven't seen the 6. I don't know if that's a singleton or not. Here, because there's no 6, I don't think it's a singleton, so I'm not going to concern myself too much about that. Oh no, did I? No, no. Okay, okay. I thought I was taking a finesse there for a sec. So what I want to do is see if hearts get held up around. If hearts get held up around, then I might be able to score some kind of end play here if diamonds are 4-1. Um, might as well play it out. There's 4 minutes left in the round. There I got a diamond pitch. So I am going to win the final trick with the 7 of diamonds here. Unfortunately, 4 clubs is not a game. Phew. A little bit lucky. Interestingly, on a Jack 10 or 9 of diamonds lead, I can make it double dummy. And I make that by letting it go around to my queen and then taking a couple deep finesses up. And eventually I'll score my 7 of diamonds. So it looks like 4 clubs is down at most tables, but it did take 10 tricks at some. Looks like everybody's competing in clubs. So there's not a lot of distinction there. Um, North-South definitely surprised me by how little they competed. I'm surprised that North didn't go 4 spades. I think it's pretty clear with his hand to go 4 spades. You've got king third of spades and a singleton club. That's incredible. In 4 spades, for what it's worth, if they manage to get the spade suit right and the heart suit right, not that there's anything to get wrong in the heart suit, they can make 4. And I think that's probably a normal spot, but it hasn't happened yet. So how did this last round go? So we were sitting at 63 going into this round. The first board was a plus score. We beat 1-0 Trump because a lot of people passed a hand out, and there's some plus scores going the other way. It's a good board for us. The next one, the opponents were in 3 spades. They made 4. I can do better on defense if I play my ace of spades and a spade. I think that might give up on beating the contract, but it might still be correct. And you can see it's not a great board. Uh, Holding it to 3 wins us a couple match points, but more importantly, there's just too many results where strange things happened in other tables for us to have scored anything above average there. But this last one should be good. Right now, it's not a top board because some north-souths get doubled and go down, but it's as well as you can do constructively. So overall, this round is going to be good for us. I think we're going to move up a little bit. I don't know. 10 and 66 and 77 is, what is it? Like, it's a slightly above average round, but it actually moved us down a bit. So here I have a 5-card hard suit, and with a 5-card major, our system agreement is to open one of a major, even if it's a balanced hand. And this is a pretty good hand to open 1-0 Trump with, for what it's worth. But it's just we open with the major. So over 1 spade, I have a natural no trump bid. Over 2 clubs, I don't have a support double. I sort of have a natural 2 no trump bid, but we don't really have that. So what are my choices here? I think I have a pass. Partners is probably not going to let 2 clubs play undoubled here. Now we do play that 2-card double here. So Alad doubles, that shows, I think, or at least implies a promise of 2 clubs. Here we're getting a raise to 3 clubs. That'll discourage partner from bidding again. So he's going 3 spades. So that's actually quite a bid. And with this, I'm putting partner on a singleton club. I might just go four spades, and I think I will. With about as good a hand as I can have, partners bidding spades unsupported at the three level, knowing I don't have three spades, this should be a pretty good spot. And I think Alad can make this. I'm gonna say it's over 50%. So I'm very happy with my bid. As I expected, partner's got a singleton club, so I don't have to worry about club losers. He's got a nice spade suit running. So there's the club loser, there's the heart loser. Looks to be one diamond loser probably, and the queen of clubs is a parking spot for another one. So this is going to make four spades. Ultimately, I don't think this is quite a remarkable contract. If my hand had opened one no trump, uh, Alad will always transfer and bid four spades. It's too good of a hand to just count 9 points and invite. And the ace king of clubs led um, prevents some downside in the diamond suit, but there's still opportunities for avoiding a diamond finesse. And that's what Alad's doing by playing on hearts here. He's hoping that if hearts are 3-3, he can avoid any kind of loser in that suit. So here, I don't know if throwing off the heart is actually best. He might have done better to throw off a diamond, cross to hand, play another heart up, and hope for 3-3 hearts. One thing he can do now is actually rough a heart because he knows that the hearts are safe, hoping North started with ace doubleton. The problem is that he would still need an extra heart pitch in that case. Uh, if hearts are 3-3 with North having three to the ace, then he needs two roughs to set up the suit. And then he would need North to have the king of diamonds and be able to take successful diamond finesse. So I'm not really sure why Alan's pulling trump here. It seems unnecessary. I would just rough a heart here. The jack is probably going to lose. Um, and now the situation, assuming we're not getting a diamond back, because that would be a big play. This is now down to a squeeze, or at least a possible squeeze. It's one of those extended entry kind of squeeze things. Oh, well, thanks for watching on Twitch. Um, here, somebody might have been put under pressure. North had a low heart here, so North might have been squeezed in hearts and diamonds. Yeah, so it looks to be the case. So Alad's line actually was really good. It pulled off the squeeze. Um, I'm really impressed. Uh, no, wait, actually diamonds were 3-3. There's no way to go wrong there. Never mind. Alad led the 7 from 8-7. Hang on a sec. Yes, no, he was in game. He should have held on to that 7 of diamonds. He's clearly not paying attention to the things that matter in bridge. So what are we at? 61.4. We actually need a good last round to win this one. This last board was pretty good. Taking 11 tricks is above average. One no trump pass. I can't compete with my crappy suits. So it's going to be their auction. We'll see what they do. And do I have a double, assuming we get a Stamen? North might bid Stamen or transfer to spades. Would I double hearts? Um, I know, right? Or at least it should have been. So two clubs here is Stamen. I don't want to double. I wouldn't mind a club lead, but I don't want partner competing in clubs. So I'm just going to pass. So having not hit the presumed 4-4 spade fit, North is passing two diamonds um, for kind of a garbage Stamen bid. I only have a 7 cap, so I'm suspecting that garbage Stamen leading to a diamond contract might be worse than them bidding no trump and taking a bunch of overs. So I'm going to pass and hope that diamonds plays the same as no trump, but for a lower trick score. Hallett should not have any idea what to lead here. Clearly, two clubs with Stamen. He's going to play North for a hand with. Stamen does not need an alert in the ACBL. It's one of the few conventions that don't, but that's okay. We understand. Halled's going to play North for a hand with short clubs and 3 other suits. And because he wants to cut down on club roughs, he's leading a trump here. Also, he doesn't have any better clues. You can also note that North has 8 points and only 4 diamonds. South could have as few as 2 diamonds for their 2 diamond, I don't have a 4-card major bid. So while garbage Stamen can be fun to bid, I don't think this is the hand you want to bid it on. The problem is that 2 no trump invitational in this position is a little shaky because as far as 8 counts go, it's not a great 8. This is a count card. Alad should have an odd number of spades. Could it be 3? No. Well, South has 3 or 2 spades, right? So that means that South probably has 2 spades. If South has 2 spades, I need to win my ace for 1. And then I need to shift to something. Maybe a club would be good. I think a club is probably fine here. I am concerned about entries to dummy, though. If that's the case, I don't want losers going away. I don't think a bunch of club losers can vanish, but maybe hearts can. I'm not sure. I'm going to try the queen of clubs here, and then if I get back in, I'll play hearts. I think that what we need to do is win our tricks in clubs and hearts before anything bad happens. So that 9 of clubs is actually a discouraging card. Why would Alad play a discouraging card? It could, while I win the trick. Clearly he has one of the ace or king. It could be his only club at that point. If that's the case, there's no real urgency in continuing this suit. I should play something else. I'm going to play a heart here. This 7 is an attitude card. It says I don't like hearts, but it's an attack of hearts through South. But again, the 10 of hearts is a discouraging heart. Here comes the king of spades. And again, this looks to be from a doubleton. South can cross the dummy with a diamond, win spades, throw off losers and something. But yeah, so here comes the queen of diamonds. South showed up with the ace queen of diamonds, the king of spades, that's 9, something in clubs probably, I don't know. My one-off partner had ace, king, 9 of clubs. Alad will rough this with his low diamond. No, of course he has spades. Why was he thinking? I'm out of this. I don't have any other cards to play. So that queen of hearts is, yeah. Don't we still have a club trick coming? Yeah, we do. Okay. So I don't think we actually blew anything here. They just have 10 tricks and diamonds. As it turns out, we have 4 cashing tricks and clubs along with the ace of spades. Is that right? Yeah, so in diamonds they can make four as they did. In no trump, which again is the normal spot, and they swung that board by bidding that statement that way. They can only legitimately make two. However, every single other table made at least three. Um, do I double with this? I'm gonna double. I don't like my spades that much more than my hearts, so if partner wants to bid hearts, he can bid hearts. I'm surprised that nobody is down. I guess because South is playing it and West doesn't want to lead the ace or king of clubs. And instead, I think most everybody must be leading a spade there. So at that table, it's a spade lead. And I have a hand that definitely does not want to compete without needing to. It's just two minimum. If partner wants to bid two hearts, he can. Okay, he doesn't. So what do I do against two clubs? I could try diamonds. That might hit partner with something. He bid hearts. There's no reason not to lead his suit. Ace of diamonds, nine of hearts. I'm going to start with the high diamond. If partner has a doubleton, he'll encourage here. Low, high. And there's no future in the heart suit. It's the four of diamonds. The two of diamonds would tell me that's from a doubleton. So I'm going to continue with my king of diamonds. And hopefully Alan didn't have four diamonds and just give me count here. That would be bad. I probably shouldn't have played the diamonds this fast. It's giving Alad UI. He knows that I have three diamonds probably, because if I had four diamonds, I would have thought a lot longer before playing another round of diamonds. But if I had four diamonds, I probably wouldn't have played another round of diamonds anyway. So here, he knows that I had no choice but to play the diamonds the way I did, so he has no real clues as to what to shift to. There's a good chance he shifts to a spade here. This nine of spades is an attitude shift, saying I don't really have anything in spades. It might have been a lie, but I suspect that North probably had ace, king, ten of spades. So now South is in, and South will be playing on clubs. There might be a finesse. I'm hoping Alad has the ace of hearts to win, but no finesse. And I'm going to discourage spades on a club so that partner knows that when he gets in, he should not continue spades, but should instead cash out by playing his ace of hearts. Will he get in, though? So this punts a little bit. It keeps North on lead, leading towards dummy. North will probably play a heart here. If North started with one heart, no, North has two hearts, including the ace, so that's it. Hands over. I think that should be a good one. I think they can probably make a few tricks in no trump there. This hand's very strong, and this hand is a 10 count, right? So them only being in two clubs making three is going to be very good for us because at most tables they're going to be in three no making, or one no making five or something like that, right? So another good board for us. This last one was also a good board because they weren't in no trump, and then this first one was tied for top. So we had a very strong last round. So we finished strong. We're going to be in the mid 50s. Sometimes that's good enough to win. Sometimes that's not. But I'm overall happy with the way we played tonight. This last hand, there, South is in 3-0. Looks like there's going to be making four here with a couple of diamond losers. Depends if they play on diamonds first, or if they try to cash out. And the opponents have 4 outstanding diamonds, so I assume there's no clues to the bidding at this point. If a diamond is played here and this hand shows out, you're very sad. But otherwise, you're very happy to see the ace or king show. So I think, yeah, so it looks like the cautious line is happening here, which is going to result in one fewer trick for north-south. Wait, no, there were always only 2 losers at that point. I miscounted. So this is making 5, just like almost everybody else is. You can see what other people did with my hand, should those results eventually load. But I thought it would be prudent to get into the bidding with support for the unbid suits. And I think it ended up being effective, preventing South from bidding diamonds or no trump, or discouraging them at least. So we'll see what the final score is, and we'll see if it's good enough to take the W. So yeah, so this is the end of the night. We're going to see what the score is. Again, I want to congratulate Alad, who's going to be having a baby next week. It's a girl, don't know what her name is yet. Looks like we ended up winning in no. Ah, shoot. Mm. Well, actually, we won our direction, so that's good enough. Looks like Rajan and Eric ended up getting a slightly higher score in the other direction. That doesn't matter for master points or anything like that. It still counts as a victory. But would have been nice to get a first overall. We played pretty well, I think, and the results are pretty fair, I would say. Alan's having a baby next week, so congrats to him. I don't know who I'm going to be playing with on Tuesday, if anybody, and I also don't know if I'm going to be streaming on Tuesday, just because if Alan's not going to be there, I don't know if I'll find a partner. I'm going to try to. We'll see what happens. But normally I stream Tuesday and Thursday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, the Hart House Bridge Club game. I'll let you know next time I show up exactly how that schedule may or may not be changing. But until then, I hope you guys have a good night. Stay positive, stay safe, and keep doubling your part scores.